Hello all, I'm Dr. Rakesh. Today I wanted to share a story, rather a personal experience, which took place almost 15 years ago. So, as a doctor, I wanted to tell you something. We doctors, after completing our MBBS and before pursuing our post graduation, we need to give the entrance. So, we need to get into the preparations. So, we need to get into coachings. So many of us who couldn't afford that 6 months or 1 year of time, we always wanted to create a egg nest of some money so that we can take care of our own expenses when our counterparts uh, are already earning a good salary. So what we used to do, and maybe even nowadays, we used to go to Kerala and we used to start earn there because the salary is quite good and they provide accommodation and they take care of many of the things. So within a 6 months span, we can create a nest where we can, with that money, we can survive for next 6 to 8 months uh, by giving lot of time reading. So that's the time you and I too decided to go to Kerala. Uh, Thanks to one of my friend who recommended me the. So when I went there, the story starts. So before this story, I wanted to give you a small disclaimer. Our brain has something called as reticular activating system. What it does is it whatever the ideas, beliefs and faiths we have carried through our life, through our experiences, it restricts our learning to those uh, belief systems. To learn something after like say 20 30 years of age, we have to overcome the reticular activating system. We have to consciously go through the reading because it filters out the unread things, the unknown things. When we wanted to put bombard our memory with lot of new things, it restricts only to what we know already. It's a safeguard mechanism, basically, but also I can say it's a double-edged sword. We have to use it carefully. So I wanted to tell you, uh, along with this story, how the reticular activating system of my brain was not allowing me to learn new things. So when I landed in Kerala in 2009, this hospital, I got to know that it's a very huge, big hospital, and I have been appointed as a night duty doctor there. So I got to know the chief physician over there had two Germans. He was a rich man, so he was paying a good money to me. What happened is, in very initial encounter, like just 1 week, I saw this person is very charming with patience. He was very good, down to earth. But what my reticular activating system was telling me was, he's just feeling it. He's doing it only for the sake of getting more and more patients to his hospital. Well, that's how that's what I was listening to probably all those years. So what happened is, like when my days rolled over to second week, a patient came and I had to write the prescription. So the patient already had a prescription in his hand, which was partially written in the previous consultation, and now in the fresh consultation, I wanted to make that impression with my senior, the doctor there. So I took out a new prescription and I started scribbling the history and few minor details. Then I sent the patient across to my senior doctor. Before the doctor left to his home, he called me to his chamber and he started telling me that when there was enough space in the previous prescription, why should I write a new prescription altogether? Uh, and he told few things like we shouldn't waste paper, we shouldn't waste we should cut down the cutting down of trees. uh, there is so much of carbon footprint which is being generated by cutting down trees and you wasting paper and many more things he said. But my reticular activating system was telling me only one thing: he's being stingy here. With just one paper, will it change the world? No. Why should he say so many things just for a piece of paper? We are using so many prescription papers every day, day in and day out. But he told me what he was thinking, his value system, and he left. After a few days, I was there to assist him in a endoscopic procedure. Like there will be an endoscopic tube which will be inserted into the patient's stomach to find out if there is any lesions in the stomach or esophagus. So after using the instrument, I was amazed to look at Sir. Sir was he himself went to clean that instrument to to make it dry and to place it in its exact place. Being a rich doctor with such a big hospital, a multi-specialty hospital, and driving Germans, why should he take all the pain to clean that petty instrument? After the procedure, we both went to his chamber to have a cup of coffee. After consuming the coffee, he again amazed me by cleaning that cup and keeping it in its place. Such a big doctor, such a big man. Why should he clean his own cup? I thought uh, he want to be modest, he want to be humble. My reticular activating system was saying so many things. I just wanted to judge him. But he constantly amazed me, and I was always intrigued to look at every detail of what he is doing and how he does and why he was doing what was most important, as Simon Sinek says s- uh, in his description about the circles of why, how, what. So he says why is more important. So that was what the catchy point for me was. Why is he doing this? Having already crores of rupees in his assets. In those days when the appendectomy operation used to be done, the patient was admitted for like 3 to 5 days, and the patient will be given antibiotics for those 3 days. And uh, even while the patient is being discharged, he'll be given a big tube of ointment. But this doctor used minimum to minimum swabs, the cotton balls, minimum to minimum gauze pieces during the surgery, and soon after the surgery, like after 8 hours, 10 hours, he used to stop the IV antibiotics, and he used to give oral antibiotics. And after, and the next day, when he during the rounds, when he used to clean that uh, area where the appendix is removed, that incision site, he used to use just couple of gauzes to clean the area, and one tiny gauze piece with a little bit of ointment and with a very tiny plaster. He used to secure those gauze pieces. Even while during the discharge, I don't know how he managed to procure those tiny antibiotic ointments. He used to make it so simple. He used to reduce the usage of any material for that matter to such a least extent, and he used to uh, reduce the cost of healthcare. So he was not only looking into how to save money for himself, it was also he had a valid value system to look into the wallet of the patient too. I felt now I told my reticular activating system to just shut up. He's doing not he's doing all these things not to impress someone or not to be stingy, or it's no, was nothing related to his personality, it was only related to his value system. Then I understood that core values is what we need to look into. From that day till today, I always follow my core values. I've said them long before, some in the recent past, but I never care what the entire world is thinking. It's only about the values which I think is correct and which is really valuable at this hour of the day. So, this man, I really love him so much that he changed my perception. Thank you for listening to me. Good day.